All right, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thought I'd do a video on the 4 wards and the parks that are in the 4 wards. Now, I thought this was downtown. Usually the tall skyscraper, center of city kind of area is considered downtown, but this is, I guess, officially uptown now. And this is the First Ward Park. And I'm not going to walk the whole park because I don't have enough time, unfortunately. I think that's a solar panel right there. That's pretty cool. Those can fold up at night like a flower, and then they kind of close up together, and then they go up, and they might even suck down in. Look at this cool jungle gym. Got some kids up in there right now. That's pretty cool. They got a wet playground area here. That's cool. And here's some of the downtown buildings. And now this uptown or downtown Charlotte is divided into 4 wards, and they have different descriptions for each one. Each section is kind of categorized by a certain thing. Like one of the areas is all the older housing, one of the areas is commerce, one of the areas is kind of the artsy area. But I've noticed a ton of this, especially south of uptown or downtown here, Charlotte. They're building not that tall, but about this tall, right about there, like these guys here, maybe a little taller. Hundreds of them, like at least 30 that I could see driving around of these new apartment complexes, or maybe they're condos, but I think they're all apartments. And they've got live work, you know, so down on the main floor, you've got a lot of different stuff that you can have, like a Subway or a cool coffee shop or some sort of brew house or something like that. Let's move on over to 2nd Ward and see what that's all about. All right, we're in the 2nd Ward here in downtown, uptown, whatever, Charlotte. And it's called Marshall Park. There's actually not a ward park here. It's called Marshall Park that I found. And it's got ponds. It's got one here, kind of winds around. It's got kind of a staircase up over here to a overlook of the pond. You can see that. And then it's got a little bridge over here and a little lazy river kind of for the animals, the ducks, maybe the turtles. I'm not sure what's in there. There's something moving around down there right now. You can tell by the ripples, but this is the park for this. Wedding photography, graduation, I guess, stuff like that. So it sounds like the First Ward was more for nice housing area, comfortable. 2nd Ward is the southernmost ward, and I guess it's kind of historical over here. And then I think the 3rd Ward they're saying is more commerce based. That's where you're going to have the major ballpark, and there's another stadium over there. And then the 4th Ward has also got some historic cool districts. Now the 3rd Ward that I just mentioned, I think there's like a really cool old streets that they have with oh, I wish the fountain was going. That'd be pretty cool. The old streets down there have like cobblestone or brick, and they have like a lot of cool restaurants and stuff like that. I'm not sure the name of that, but it looked like when I was driving around that was there, and I think that's officially in the 3rd Ward. It's hard to tell. It's not a huge downtown area or uptown area here, but it's separated into 4 wards, and it doesn't like say when you're leaving one ward or going to the next as you drive around. But there's downtown again. I'm going to pause this and go over to ward number 3, and there's actually a park over there we're going to go hit too. All right, we're over here in the 3rd Ward now, which is right in the middle of the crowded city. And there's the one of their stadiums. That's a little ballpark for the local team. And I'll get over here and get up here. So this is pretty cool. Kids can play in that and keep cool right there. And it's very beautiful. And that really cool cobblestone street I was talking about is right below that building, right there. And it's got a lot of like cool restaurants and stuff. I didn't really get a chance to see. Parking here is horrendous. You can't park for free anywhere. They got all these parks, but if you don't walk to them, you're done. Otherwise, you got every single parking spot on every city street, even in the outskirts of downtown Charlotte. Here are pay, and it's all touchless pay, so you gotta do it on your phone, you know, digitally, which is like ridiculous. I don't know. I just think just because it's a big city, you don't have to gouge on every single thing to your constituents here. I mean, the people that live here just get raped by the city on every little turn, and that's really sad. But it is a beautiful, beautiful downtown. It's very clean, not a lot of homelessness, not a lot of garbage on the streets, but there are a lot of bird and scooters everywhere you go. The plague, the scooter plague is still going on. So one of the things about the second ward I was just in, I really like that park over there. They're not keeping it up, which is really too bad, but it is a cool park, Marshall Park. That's where all the government buildings are. So that's the second ward is kind of all the government buildings are over in that section. It's right next to Marshall Park is all the government buildings. And over here, it's more like lots of housing. Like this is all condos or apartments. Same with this here and this, just unlimited, lots and lots of commerce and live work. People that work downtown, live down here, they just walk everywhere, take the bird scooters, and they got all the stuff they need, and then they got the little ballpark here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna shoot over to the fourth ward, which is kind of on the north side again, and that is gonna be kind of like the first ward. It's just a little park. It's called the Fourth Ward Park. And I showed the name at the beginning of this, but I can't remember what this name of this park is right here. So let's just jump over there and check out the Fourth Ward. All right, we're just stepping into Fourth Ward Park, which is kind of a city block, squared in the area I'm just walking into, and then it kind of goes up another city block as a thin tract over here, but it's really nice. You got some people hanging out. You got a few homeless kind of people over here, I noticed, by the fountain. Kind of a girl that looks like the city chewed her up a little bit and spit her out, maybe tweak her or something like that, which is too bad. She's kind of bathing in the fountain or something out there. But we're only a few blocks from the stadium. The stadium's just like 3 blocks that way that I just showed you. But this is definitely like the older, like these buildings here, older part of the city, very quaint. There's a couple really cool little hip hangout spots with brick-lined streets kind of right over here. This is south, so this is going to be east, and you recognize those buildings from the other ones. So that's the 4 parks in the 4. Well, there's a few other parks, but this is called the Fourth Ward Park right here. So that's kind of what you got, and it's kind of a cool fountain. I'd love to see it at night lit up. Take a look at that really cool, I think these would light up, these things right there. So then you could see her at night too. But this is pretty cool little downtown. I really think it's pretty clean in general, and a lot of people walking around and obviously doing the bird scooters. Now we're going to take a short drive. I'm going to just show you a few specific things as we drive around down in the Fourth Ward. Then I'm going to head out and do a video over by this really cool lake outside of town. So hope you guys are digging this. Please hit that like and subscribe. Let's go drive around a little bit. All right, quick driving thing here. I've noticed that this is still Fourth Ward Park. I'm just kind of pulling out now. And I've noticed that these little streets like this right here, there's a lot of that over here in the Fourth Ward. It's like it was the older, smaller streets, and they've kept them. And a lot of one-ways. Now they're building something new here, obviously. But I'll put it on pause. I'll show you a few other things. There are a couple other parks that I didn't get to. And they look pretty cool. They're all kind of like, you know, not too big inner city parks. But maybe we'll catch them as we drive around. There's an old building kind of turned into a CVS pharmacy. And then stuff like this. This is Fourth Ward right here. And you'll notice that they've kind of taken this old warehouse and turned it into kind Kind of a cool area. Now I'm just a couple blocks from that 4th Ward park that we were just at, and they've done this, you know, places like this that have taken an old building and made it into a newer kind of restaurant and bar kind of place. And there's the stadium that we were at. So as you can see, I'm heading south and we're only a few blocks away from 3rd Ward. Actually, I was wrong. Here's the little stadium that I was filming at. That park is on the other side over there. And looks like there's something going on in there today, but that's the big stadium. I didn't even notice that. So let's go drive around that and check that out real quick. Of course, it's gone corporate. It's the Bank of America Stadium, but really nice front on this thing. It's very, very good looking, very beautiful construction, a lot of glass. So that's pretty cool. I'll probably put a Chiron on to see what this is, but the other one, it said Charlotte Baseball on it. We're gonna go over there right now and take another quick drive by that area. There it is again, the little hometown team, the Charlotte Baseball. I'm not sure what their team is. Sorry guys, I haven't looked this stuff up. I'm just kind of zipping around and checking it all out, and maybe you can look it up if you're interested and Google it. Let's go around this. We're back at the 3rd Ward Park, or whatever this park was called. And let's see, there it is right there. We're gonna go around the other side so I can show you that little cool hip spot. That's kind of neat. They built this little restaurant area right in front of this building when they built it. And we're right on the east side, I guess, of this park that is right next to the stadium now. And that little walkway with the cool stuff is right there. I'm going to show you that right now. So here it is. You got this nice alley just full of restaurants and stuff down there. I think that's kind of cool. I like that kind of stuff in a town. It adds a lot of flavor and it gets a little bit more of a comfortable feeling rather than concrete and steel. So now we're going to go over to this main drag and drive up that real quick. So we've gone a couple blocks here and a couple blocks over, and this is called Tryon Street. And I noticed this kind of looks like their main street, maybe a lot of restaurants, the trees with the lights in them for at night. This is kind of neat. Look at this piece of art here. I thought that was pretty cool. And this building is also really neat. So I don't know what this guy's trying to do here. He's going through red. All right, I'm gonna pause it till we get going here. So we're just gonna drive down this real quick and see if there's anything exciting or cool. I've noticed this is kind of a main drag all the way down south. And one of the other things I didn't mention is they do have a pretty nice looking light rail system that runs at least to the south end. Stops by a lot of those condo, apartment, high-end luxury apartment condo complex buildings I was talking about earlier. And so that's kind of convenient. If you're working downtown, you could just jump on the light rail, probably save you some money. And parking fees down here are pretty ridiculous. It's like early bird specials are $15 for the parking lots. That's all day, I'm assuming, for the workers. Can you imagine having to pay that every single day? That's just too bad. But here we go. Like you can see, there's a lot of typical downtown, big city kind of stuff. I was hoping this would be a little bit more quaint. I didn't really see any other streets that seem to be quaint like this. And I'm not seeing, I thought I saw some lights up in the trees earlier, but I guess not. Let's jump ahead. They do have like tours here. You can see there's a tour cart, but I thought this is neat. Look at that statue and look at that one. And there's a train track that runs down that. So I'm thinking that that might be part of a light rail system right there. Although I haven't seen anything on it. Might be old, but it could be still in use. If you live here in Charlotte and you want to tell me about that train tracks back there, please feel free. And that's really neat. Look at that old building they kind of converted into a cool looking, I don't know, what is Binanco. Looks like it might be a brew house or something like that. So they got a lot of these little corner stores. There's a hotel right there. corner, not stores, but corner cafes and restaurants and brew houses and stuff like that. Shove ahead. All right, we're kind of getting out of the downtown area now, so I think I'll wrap this video up. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe. And overall, I really do think that uptown, or downtown Charlotte here, is actually really nice. It's really well maintained and really kept up. I wish they would drop all the parking fees and make some parking for the parks at least for free. And here's another little empty lot that's probably going to become something eventually here. Here's the ballet. Sweet. But yeah, some really nice architecture, some really nice history. Like, look at that old church. That is gorgeous. And all their new architecture is really well done. It's pretty good. Some boring stuff, but generally it all has a really upscale look to it. And then I'll just end on this. Well, no, I got to drive now. And there is a lot of art pieces and little things in the downtown area that's kind of neat. I saw like a little thing where you could whisper into a dish and it goes all the way down the block, and there's another dish you could hear it in. So I thought that was pretty cool. And there's more stuff like that that I kind of drove by that I didn't quite understand what it was, but they're having fun. It's kind of artsy. I like it. So hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see another video, check it out by clicking the button, the little screen down there on the left, bottom hand. On the right, that's a link to our channel. We have like 1,400 videos, so please check them out. We have all kinds of travel stuff, and we'll see you on the next one, folks. Have a good one.